Welcome to Movies and More with Stacy Hovis and John Brandon. Every week, Stacy and John come to you with the latest movies in the marketplace. Media experts Stacy and John take you to the movies and tell you what's hot and what's not in the media world. Stacy and John host conversations about the topics in the films. Their mission is to guide you through the media world. Okay, audience, here's Stacy and John.
And hello, everybody. I'm John Brandon with my partner.
I'm Stacy Owens.
Yeah, welcome to Movies and More. Our guest.
Glad we're all here.
Yeah, we're all in one piece. Every day above ground is a good day, as they say in
God, we're
Starford.
not pushing up the dailies for Christ's sake.
Yeah, our guest today is a unique individual in that she is an actor, a model, a writer, a Latin bachata dancer. I think that's how we say it. TV host, poet, film producer, and entrepreneur. Additionally, she is a celebrity tarot and angel card reader. Interesting. She is also a wellness advisor and teaches advanced meditation retreats at various exotic locations worldwide. She comes from the wonderful country of India, Stace. Can't even say India.
She's from out of town.
Yeah, she's from out of town, just a little bit out of town. Yep. She's enjoyed acting in Bollywood, not Hollywood, as well as Hollywood, not Bollywood, in the United States. The person who I am describing is Christina.
Christina
Saika. I apologize. I owe you for that one. I apologize, Christina. Welcome to Movies and More, Christina.
Thank you. I appreciate so much to come back again to the show and be part of it as a guest with you both.
Well, we're proud to have you on our show. If you recall, or maybe some folks out there who listen to our show regularly, when last we had her on the phone and on the air about maybe a minute and a half before the end of the show, we lost her.
Mm-hmm.
I was convinced that Jaws had ate the Atlantic cable. Yeah. I was convinced of that. But as it turned out, Jaws was killed in another movie, so it wasn't him. But at any rate, that was it. But at any rate, after having read all those credits, what has occurred to us is that you are one busy lady. So my question is, when the heck do you find time to sleep?
That's funny. I think I'm never busy since I came on this planet. I think I slept a lot since I'm born. And whenever I get time, I really take time to relax, to sleep, and take care of myself. I'm very passionate about whatever I do, be it, involving myself in hobbies or in my professional career too. And the more we relax, we become more productive. A busy mind can never create, it's like chasing something too much. And at the end of the day, it's not good for my heart, and a relaxed heart and a relaxed mind can create more things for myself, good things for myself and for the world around me. And that's the reason I sleep a lot, actually. You're right.
Well, Christina, I'm interested because obviously you do many things, but your passion is acting, as we've talked before. And for our listeners out there, they're always curious how an individual found themselves in the industry, what path you took to get you there. So if you could shed a little light on your path to the industry, both how you were able to achieve some success in your home country of India and also in the United States. Okay.
I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid, but I took I did participate in extracurricular activities like athletics work, or I was very good marathon runner. I used to do long jump, high jump, all this, but I was very serious about it during my school days. And one of my teachers, I remember, she used to bring plays to me, and she used to say, Christina, you should write plays, maybe give a try. And I started writing all these plays like an exercise, and then she said, you should participate. So I took the lead role in those plays. And one fine night, it was evening, there was a school event, and maybe my performance went really good. Everybody was clapping, and I used to stay in boarding hostels, and she came to me before I go to sleep, and she just tapped on my shoulder, and she said, Christina, maybe you can act. Consider this to be your career.
Wow.
Yeah, and I and
That's
just
pretty
she
cool.
said very softly. Yes, and then there were other kids, so they were sleepy, and I went back to sleep, and I just gave a thought, and I forgot. And after that, she changed my life. She used to give me a lot of plays, and more. She increased those plays actually for me, and then I kept on participating. From school, I went to college. Then I got my group. There, I became first. I brought the first position in dramatics. And during my college days only, I told my mom, and my dad invested money to launch me. And then during that time, actually, my father expired. And then my mom said, you should, no matter how much you act, do modeling and all, but your focus should be studies. So during my school days, college days, I took 1 year of acting classes. I mean, I joined an academy. My main subject was English. But I kept on participating, in dramatic art. But I got films during my college days, and then modeling happened. A lot of photographers, they came forward to shoot me after my first portfolio. Of course, my family helped me out, but they made sure that I studied. That was main focus, like a typical Indian parents. So that's how it went. And from there, once I completed my college, and I wanted to come to Mumbai, which is very huge in production, like Bollywood, But I had to go to northern India, a metropolitan city called Delhi. There I worked for 10 months in radio. That happened accidentally it happened, but it helped me a lot to work on my voice. And there also I used to do radio acting. And the co-actors, they were senior actors, they taught me a lot. And then I came to Mumbai. And as usual, I started my audition. And then I was lucky that the media was already covering me since college days. I was very lucky to get professors and teachers, friends who'd help me, and they with my studies too. And that's how it happened from Mumbai. I worked a lot in Mumbai, and then it went global, international. After some time, I started understanding how the industry worked, and I wanted to go international. And then I did some strategic planning and thinking, and of course took a lot of lessons from mentors, senior mentors. I kept learning it. And then I started working. It just happened, and I went to Europe. Then I got work in the UK. Now in US also things are going on well. It's a process. I mean, but I feel that I am a very ambitious girl and a very go-getter kind of energy I have.
You got chutzpah. That's what we call it, chutzpah. You got chutzpah.
Yes. And then I never stop learning. That's something I give, not an advice, but I would love to say to everyone, never stop learning. Your knowledge is your biggest asset, and every country has a different business culture. We have to study, and traveling is very much part of an actor's life. One should adopt because it really helps to understand people's story from the ground level, to see real emotions, and working in different environment. Though it's the same industry, working in any country, like even if it is films, TV series, play, or anything. But a little bit of work culture can be different, and to understand people's psychology, it's very important. One should travel too. And
Yeah.
that's how it happened. Yeah, it is ever expanding, it's infinite energy.
Christina, I've got to ask you. You are somebody would probably be as good as anyone to talk to about this question. You have spent quite a bit of time in India, and I guess quite a bit of time in the U.S. What?
Mhm.
How do you compare Bollywood to Hollywood at this
Mm.
point? How close are they to being competitive in the Western world with Hollywood?
Okay. Okay. Let me tell you one thing here, a very important point that in the entire world, as far as the film and television industry is concerned, Bollywood and Hollywood is the biggest industry, right? There are big industry which is growing. If you talk about England or Australia or Europe, they make amazing, great films with great stories. Very talented actors are there. But I'm talking from the commercial point of view, the kind of money it brings to the country, both the countries, I mean. So I would not say as a competitive area. I would say that both the industry needs each other. A lot of post-production work like CGI work from Hollywood happens in India too. And I would not say as Bollywood, but I would refer it as Indian film industry because so many films are made. Oh my God, India is the largest producer of films and television, and a lot of now OTT has come. So as both the countries share such a great relationship in terms of educational tourism, or it can be health related, or a lot of Indians are residing in US, and both the industries, even the actors are coming together to work together, like in the same ground now. And there is no competition. It's just a learning process. And Hollywood is more organized. They take time in pre-production. And in Bollywood,
Right.
it is a little messy, but because the production is so much in a day, they have to shoot quickly, edit, and telecast next day. It's chaotic. But then there is a population issue also, right, in India, which everybody knows about. It's all crowded.
There's a few people over
so,
there. Yeah.
One or two.
Yeah, yes,
Marianne.
that is one of the reasons. I would not say that we are actually looking forward more and more to collaborate between both the countries in terms of films, TV series, art. More and more production should happen, and cast and the crew should work together more and bring more commercial benefit to both the countries and benefit mutually. So it is. There's no competition in it. I would say it is very mutual, friendly atmosphere. And a lot of time, what I see, like when Mumbai people meet Los Angeles and New York people, I see their conversations are totally similar, because in Mumbai also, you land in Mumbai, every hook and corner there are people talking about films. Somebody's about to make, some are thinking something, some kind of story. In LA and New York, it's the same thing. Most of the places people talk about films, and all of the discussions are quite similar. Their dreams and their aspirations, it's almost similar. The atmosphere is very similar.
I've been casting films since 1996, my shorts and my features, and I don't remember seeing any Indian actors come to my casting calls until about the last 15 years or so. But there are some quite good Indian actors out there, and I'm taking a careful look at a guy for a film that I'm casting right now, a low-budget indie I'm going to shoot in St. Louis, that Stacy's a part of, and he's a really good actor, and he's based in Nashville, of all places. He's just a young, good-looking guy.
Well, Slumdog Millionaire, that was a classic. I mean, that probably put Bollywood on the map.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say, John?
Let everybody know that it does exist.
Absolutely. Well,
It's
and you're alive and doing
a very
quite
big
well.
brand.
Yeah.
It's a very big brand. Bollywood is actually bigger than Hollywood too in terms of production, I'm saying, because in a year almost they make 1,500 films, almost exceeding more than that maybe. And then apart from that, television is there, OTT platforms are there, and then every northern part there is a film industry. India has got film industry separately. West is Bollywood, where Mumbai is, and then Eastern Zone, there's film industry, and then apart from then there is different states. Every state has different first language. They have their own film industry. So the kind of production it happens, and then globally it goes. With English subtitles and all. So it is very big in terms of production, I'm saying. But I think a lot of actors are going towards Hollywood too. You can say Priyanka Chopra is there. Then there are a lot of actors they are working. Maybe they are not coming up besides Priyanka Chopra.
I think she's married to one of the Jonas brothers.
Yeah, Jonas Brothers. Yeah, she's doing really great. Yeah. So there are, we cannot say competition, it's such a two biggest country, democracy in the world are coming together when it comes to art and films or TV series we are making. So it's a collaborative. So that's what it is.
Okay. Christina, I'm in noticing from your profile, you're involved in celebrity tarot card reading. Now, I guess back, I was just thinking about 35 plus years ago, our First Lady, Nancy Reagan, was a well-known, what do you call it?
Into the psychic realm.
Into the psychic, that was the word I was looking for.
Jean Dixon, wasn't she friends with Jean Dixon?
She was friends.
The famous psychic.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so the whole thing about, I guess, a metaphysics or whatever that realm is or whatever. But you are involved with tarot card reading, and you kind of specialize or maybe focus on celebrities. And now I don't want you to violate any client privilege or anything, but if you could expand upon that just a little bit, that's become very, very popular. People want to try to get some kind of handle on what's out in the future, and I guess they're really grabbing at whatever they can, and this certainly makes some sense. But just explain about some of the folks that you deal with in there, okay?
Okay, tarot reading is very interesting to me. Tarot reading, it just happened accidentally. I never thought that I would be a tarot card reader, but since my childhood, my intuitions were very strong. I had this clairvoyance, psychic ability. I could see things like I can experience things, let me put it that way, which are beyond this physical realm, and if anybody dies, like any nearby neighbor or anything, tries to get in dreams with people who passed away to give a message, to their family members and all. So those things came true. Then my father expired, and then a lot of things he would just say messages to me in my dreams or semi-conscious state. But I did learn diploma course in metaphysics too from different masters, like in different subjects, like tarot reading. I'm a Reiki grandmaster, pranic healer, past life regression healer, and then a lot of other metaphysical subjects. And tarot reading just happened accidentally. It just came to me. I don't know how it happened, but it just happened. I started taking interest, and I learned professionally. And a lot of my clients, they started saying that whatever you predicted comes out true.
Well, as a culture,
99.9% true.
As a culture,
and then I
was just going to say, as a culture, India has always been known for reincarnation, and that whole concept of life continues on through someone else. And do you, in your readings, do you ever touch on that? Do you ever see that being applicable to what you're doing, or what your vibes might be regarding that?
Okay, depends. Definitely I do believe in incarnation.
There you go.
I do believe in incarnation because our soul, where it's a consciousness, right, where it's going somewhere and recycling again, and the body is different, we look different, but the soul again comes back with a new energy to learn something, to evolve and grow. It depends on tarot card. Tarot card is about giving clarity about your whatever patterns are coming to your life. It is related to your past life or this lifetime past. Then about your future possibilities. These are going. Some events are about to happen, but you can always change those realities by your thoughts, by your vibrations. So then I had my two TV shows too on tarot card reading. It went very well. Now there are a lot of clients across the globe who does through Zoom tarot reading. And yes, to answer your question, I do believe in reincarnation, and especially when I do past life regression healing. Then I see a lot of people, their past life also I experience. So it's very intriguing, intense experience, I can say.
Yeah. Without divulging any names, do you have any famous clients?
Okay, now my clients are all high net worth individuals.
Yeah.
I never ever reveal my name because every person has their personal issues, and that's the integrity I maintain and the privacy and the confidence I give to them. That's the reason that's my rule. Like I never ever.
So that's a yes. You do have fame.
If we happen to ever interview or do a reading for Bill Gates, if you can get any stock tips, you know our number. Call us, please.
Bye, Anacott.
I'll tell you. I would never see, if somebody doesn't want it, that is, they don't want to see what lies in their destiny, I would not force it. But if they say that I would love to see I have a clarity about my life, about any area of life, it can be career, relationship, or about the self relationship too. And I would go ahead. I'm very passionate about tarot reading. It's very interesting. Now, you know what happens sometimes during my shooting time, also a lot of people during the break time, they said, "Oh, Christina, are you carrying your cards? Please, let's see my card." Like, my co-actors used to say, but I avoid it. I used to do, but one of my directors scolded me once, and he said to me, "Christina, you should not keep all these portals opened all the time, but focus on the role you're playing at that moment."
and focus on your writing too. You're an author. You wrote a book called "I'm a $1 Billion Star." How did you conceive of that title specifically?
Okay, this is a very interesting question. I really like it. I'm wearing a locket made of gold. I'm a $1 billion star. I broke the extra gold chain, and I went to with the goldsmith, and it's such a big title. You want to make a locket, people are going to see you. Anybody can kidnap you with that gold. I said, this is my campaign and an affirmation. I'm a $1 billion star. I was cooking one day. I love cooking, and one of my metaphysical teacher, I told him I'm writing a book, and he was talking of abundance. Now, abundance doesn't mean only money in the bank, okay? Abundance means good health, good relationship to the world around you, good everything which is positive you can bring to your life. So I just said, I'm a $1 billion star. I just said, and he said, exactly, this should be your title. So that's how it went. I said, really, are you serious? He said, yeah, this still can be a good affirmation. I told him I'm just joking. I'm just, how a person just sings or murmurs when alone. That's what I was doing. But I took it seriously. I said, yeah, it can happen. We all are stars. The moment we conceived in our mother's womb, we all are stars, but we don't realize that. So $1 billion means a person can put themselves as $1 trillion also. It is priceless. But the whole idea is that we are very precious and powerful, and every one of us is a mystery, a wisdom, a magical being, and we should never think ourselves less, because we are already stars in our own life. And every person on this planet are winners. Like, nobody is a struggler. Right. And there is no challenge, it is just an evolution process the universe has brought to us. Time to time it does. And otherwise, the more you relax, the life will unfold more relaxed way. Many beautiful things it will unfold, and the book is all about that. It has got practical wisdom too, which is simplified. But also a lot of metaphysical informations are there, and I tell everyone, take a copy of the book, and a lot of people across the globe has read the book, and I love the book because it has got the energy of abundance. And then I am coming up with another book now called Royal Paradise too,
Okay.
which is on child bullying.
So the $1 Billion Star book, it's got wisdom in it. What sort of things? What sort of examples? Maybe a couple you could give us of how it is transforming. Can you give us any specific examples of how it's actually helping helping people cope?
Okay, a lot of people who have read the book, they say one thing to me, that their morning timetable has changed. A lot of people just wake up in the morning and just go. Never do that. Wake up in the morning, be more relaxed. That's the time to manifest your dreams, your goals. I'm not talking about big goals in a day you have to achieve it. Break it down, tiny dreams, Pray, meditate in the bed itself. You don't have to take quick shower. You can just sit for some time because the brain is in completely alpha to theta state. That is the best time to do self-hypnosis. If dreams bring a lot of processes too. You can take some time, if anybody has dreamt something, to recall the dream and write it down immediately. And then go for shower, have breakfast, do your exercise. But the morning defines how your day will go. Next, one of the chapter is go global, never be regional. If you're working in one country, one city, one small town or a village, don't be confined there. One can become like a frog in a well. See beyond that regional area. There can be so many things, so many.
Christina, we're coming up on our commercial break, but when we return, I'm going to ask you about your recent acting roles, and what it means for you going forward. So, everybody, stick around for more movies and more.
El Potro Restaurant and Market, located at 6920 Manchester Avenue, 1 block east of McCausland, offers the finest variety of Mexican and Central American groceries and goods. El Potro Restaurant serves authentic Mexican and Central American cuisine, including daily specials, not to mention the best horchata and tastiest margaritas in St. Louis. Open 7 days a week. El Potro, 6920 Manchester Avenue, 1 block east of McCausland.
Have you always wanted to write your own book but don't know where to start? Publishing Concepts, a publishing company located right here in St. Louis, offers everything from consulting, book printing, copyrights, ISBNs and barcodes, print book layout, ebook and iBook layout, graphic design, cover design, ghostwriting, typing and editing, distribution, marketing, and more for an affordable price. Visit publishingconceptsllc.com or just Google Publishing Concepts to get started today, or call 314-781-8880. That's 314-781-8880. Publishing Concepts. We help you sell more books.
Hola amigos, this is Cardinals broadcaster Polo Asensio, inviting you to join us on Sunday, July 28th, when the Cardinals host the Washington Nationals. On this day, 25,000 fans ages 16 and older will take home a Cardinals polo. No, not me. A polo shirt featuring an STL all over print design. Thanks to Busey Bank. This is the first promo of its kind, so it's one you don't want to miss. Get your tickets today at cardinals.com/promotion.
Join Benji Molina and Polo Asensio for every Cardinal home game right here on the Spanish sports voice of St. Louis, 102.9 KXOK.
The United States has a strong tradition of welcoming newcomers and refugees. The Welcome Corps is a new service opportunity for Americans inspired to welcome those seeking freedom and safety, and in turn help strengthen their own communities. Welcome Corps is a public-private partnership that is inspired by what Americans represent to so many around the world, a beacon of hope and refuge. All it takes is a helping hand. Are you ready to learn more? Contact the International Institute of St. Louis at info@iistl.org or call 314-773-9090. That's info@iistl.org or call 314-773-9090.
Back already? Welcome back to Movies and More on KXOK 102.9 FM in St. Louis with our guest, Christina Saika, all the way from India via England. Welcome back, Christina. You still there? We got you
Thank
here.
so much. Yes, I'm there.
We're having a
Very
good
much.
time
I'm
over here. I don't
Having
know.
a great
I
time.
don't know how you're doing across the pond over there.
I'm doing great.
We started to talk a little bit about your book, I'm a $1 Billion Star, and what that's all about. And you mentioned that you've got another book called Royal
Yeah.
Paradise,
Royal.
which is a very serious
Yes.
subject, child and adult bullying. What can you tell us about that title and why you chose to write a book on that subject?
Royal Paradise is a book on bullying and abuse, and the concept is given to me by one of my very dear friend as well as a client. He is in New Jersey right now. His name is Priyank Desai. He was bullied when he was a kid because he was very thin and he was not growing physically to he was given good food, and school students used to bully him, then neighbors used to bully him. His studies marks and all never came good after some time. He aggressive because of that, and his friends thought that he cannot participate in any kind of sports in school because he looks very petty. So his parents were very supportive, no doubt, and he is basically he was born in India in a state called Gujarat. But later, after 15 years, when he was 15 years, his parents migrated to US. And he had that wound carried in his since then. And he told me, Christina, I would like to put it to the world that how worst is bullying. You know, it leaves a scar within yourself. And it's not good experience from internally, especially when a child goes through such experience, because a child of 4 years, 5 years, or 6 years, maybe 7 years, cannot say. Sometimes they don't understand what's happening to the kid, and the kid can go quiet. And how to, if somebody is abusing directly or indirectly, if parents don't understand, the kid can show some kind of reverse, how do I put it? Some kind of reverse reactions which are not very healthy psychologically, emotionally, and it can hamper the child's growth. So this book, I wrote it down. He told me, Christina, you're a writer. You write it down. This is my concept. And in the course of time in my journey, what I noticed, a lot of people who are very, very well established means highly successful people came to me and said, do you know, Christina, you're doing an excellent work. I had this experience in my life. I got bullied and abused and I could not tell anyone. Because of that, I choose this profession to prove myself, to empower myself. And this kind of people motivated me. So then I thought, let me put it up as not only child bullying, but also adult bullying and abuse. And there's a bully inside us also, okay? Bully inside us, which says, no, you cannot do that. You're weak. And we have to empower that bully first to actually face a bully outside of us. So the book is all about that. And it's a very serious subject. Even a president and a prime minister of a country is bullied and abused most of the time. A country, let me tell you, a lot of countries are bullied directly or indirectly in social media, right? Celebrities are bullied. But how you face those bullies, how you face those abuse, that is very important. And a lot of people have taken their life, kids have taken their life, because they were not given the platform to express themselves. So this book will be like a guiding force to those people. And we are trying, Priyank and me both, we will try to be a voice for such victims.
You know,
And, yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I think you're 100% correct. We live in a culture now that the three of us sitting here in this radio studio, we grew up a little bit before this whole internet culture and Facebook and Twitter and all that. And for some reason, there's a mentality out there that people think just because I can type this physically into my keyboard and say something slanderous in many cases about celebrities and others online for the whole world to see, that it's perfectly fine to do that because they can. They haven't seen, they don't have anything to compare it to see the consequences, the long-term consequences of how that damages people's lives.
It completely destroys, some people are not very expressive. It affects them emotionally, psychologically, and then they would, harm themselves too in the process, never know. So this book, a lot of guidance are given there, how you can get some therapies like art therapy, then dance therapy, literary therapy, and how teachers and parents and loved ones can come ahead and listen to their children, listen to the loved ones. If anyone is victim, has faced such victimhood in their life. And every person, whenever they meet this kind of bully or abuse out of jealousy or for any other reason, they should express and tell to the world, create their own community. And before that, kill and destroy your inner bully first, the bully inside us, which says that you cannot, no, you can. You have to think that I'm the star, I'm the powerhouse. So that type of attitude one should have. That's what the book is all about.
And again, the book is called Royal Paradise. It's by Christina Saika, our guest currently, who you hear right now. Let me change topics if I can. Did you have another follow-up question there, Stace?
I was just going to say, I applaud you for dealing with that because we've heard for many, many years, people are trying to combat the bullying. We see all kinds of things, particularly there's always the situation where I know when I started out in grade school, I was like the smallest kid in my class. So naturally, the bigger kids wanted to,
yes,
kind of tee off on me.
Right?
Yeah, well, that's it. But as I grew up,
but
anyway, when I got to high school and after about 2 years of judo and wrestling and so forth,
he got mean.
I got even.
He got big and mean.
What are they talking about? Trump retribution. He's going to be retribution. Well, I don't know about retribution, but I was just tired of getting my butt kicked. Is all I was, And I just said, you know what? Well, here I got to tell you this real quick. There used to be a comic books where a kid would get sand kicked in his face, and you'd start lifting weights.
Right.
Well, I was lifting weights, but I was still getting the sand kicked in my face. And then do not come out the sand, But anyway, in time, I went from like when I was a freshman, I think I was 5'1", and now I'm about 5'10", and many pounds later.
Yeah.
But,
the same thing. My friend faced it. The Priyank, he faced it. Now he's physically so fit and handsome. But when he was kid, everybody used to bully him. Like, oh, you're so thin, you look so petty, and you cannot participate in sports and all. But it's not good. I face social bullying, trolling a lot.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I don't care. I have, when you're in the showbiz business, especially in the public eye, you have to keep yourself very strong and focused.
Yeah.
But let me tell you one thing, what is Royal Paradise? Why I gave the name of the book. Now the Royal Paradise means the Royal Paradise is within us. I am the royal person. Every person is royal, and the paradise is within us. It is nowhere outside of us. The moment you think that you are a royal person, then you will be royal. You'll walk as a royal. You'll talk royally, and people will respect. But you have to respect yourself first, not put yourself down. And the paradise is within us. We are that energy field, we have to carry that energy field. And with that energy field and realization and awareness, when we face the bully eye to eye, the bully energy becomes very weak.
Good karma.
That's why it's,
Well, listen, before we get too far down the road here, you've been in several films, and some of them you've been executive producer on or co-executive producer and so forth. But, as an independent film producer, John and I are always looking at, well, once we get the thing in the can, which in and of itself is a great accomplishment, you still have to distribute the film. And I know that you've been to a number of pretty big film festivals. I think that you've been successful too. That some of your content, Cannes, exactly. But some of your content has gotten on Netflix, on Amazon, and iTunes. Share with us and share with our audience just exactly what the process is, how you were able to gain good distribution for your content.
Okay, let me talk about first that personal branding and professional product and service branding. It's very interconnected to distribute whatever the product and services you create and you give to the world, let it be films or services. Right. So I have a very active PR, and then I have understood the power of personal branding. That is who is first. The moment people think about Christina is, I like red lipstick, I like red nail polish, I like to dress up well. He loves to travel. These are, the signature style quickly comes when I talk about personal branding. One should keep growing. A lot of people, directors, producers, they make films, but who is the director? The director doesn't work on their personal branding. Now let's talk about the product or service branding, the making the product like films. Marketing and campaigning for the product is very important from the beginning. The moment you decide you have decided this is the film, now the script is getting ready. Put it to social media first of all, so that you get collaboration, investors and people who wants to collaborate. It will also come in, of course, once the film some made well, they are going to see the films. One has to be really proactive when it comes to networking. I am like an international lobbyist. I meet people doing direct network marketing and networking with people from any industry, you can say. And I've worked with production houses as an actress. Those production houses also played a very important role to take those films in Cannes Film Festival. More than 11, 12 film festivals, I think my films have gone. I don't remember all of them. It's there in my IMDb too. Cannes, many times it has happened. My last film was in Netflix Australia. That also the production house were very, very active. My projects have got millions and millions of viewership, but that includes the production house also distributes, takes active participation in marketing, networking, and does distribution through their contacts or my contacts. And I also have a very strong PR team who participates. And that's how it you have to scream and shout to the world, hey, we made a product, come and watch it.
Well, it's what in the industry we call promotion and advertising. You mentioned the social media with the coming of Facebook. Years ago we weren't blessed with that, or curse, however you want to look at it. But Facebook, I've noticed, and really, I guess, John, you know this too. The last 2 or 3 years, we see all kinds of people talking about their stuff. Different actors, they got their Facebook page, and they're talking about how it was. Most recently, I remember there was a thing about Kevin Costner, and there was that controversy over Yellowstone, and he was a little bit of a controversy with his
in a pickle.
And that's a nice word. Pickle, kosher pickle too, by the way. It was for sure, to be sure. But at any rate, the thing is that he was kind of airing his laundry about what went wrong with Yellowstone.
Good. I see controversies and publicities are always good for positive or negative, because at the end of the day, even if it is a negative publicity, it will benefit your product. That's a film or series you're doing. It has to, people should just be aware, oh, okay, somebody has done a film or a TV series or for an OTT platform, a series or a music album or anything. We need to go and see out of curiosity. You have to create an awareness. And if the film is made well, a lot of distributors will come forward too. At the end of the day, there's an art also how to pull people to your films, films or any project you do. And there, collaborate with influencers also. That plays a very important role now in this era. And I am very...
So I think we lost her. Maybe that shark's back, brother. The shark. The shark is back, brother.
Just when you thought it was safe to do an interview, the big fin monster shows his head again.
We might have to resort to some impersonations,
Well,
tap dancing, etc.
Well, I can tell you this. Now, is she an incredible talent or what?
She is.
She's now.
She better come back because we still got some more questions for her.
Sure.
We saved the best ones for last.
Well, we did, and I think it's only fair we give her a chance.
And Alexander Graham Bell has the nerve to do that to us.
I tell you what, you just can't catch her break. It's one of those kind of things. But what's very interesting about her career, she was mentioning how she was mentored and how she was inspired by some of her teachers.
Absolutely.
And I think we're blessed here in St. Louis. We have the School for the Performing Arts, which is a high school, secondary school.
Sure.
And there's been a lot of people come through there. And, what amounts to is that I guess talent is spotted maybe in middle school, and a teacher will say, hey, you've got talent. Now, you just keep those grades up, and you'll go to this wonderful school, and we'll expand upon your God-given talents. And we're seeing that. And
Yeah.
I read the other day where, the sad part, and I shouldn't even bring this up, but the school is at the old Southwest High
Sure.
School, I think.
Absolutely.
Mark, isn't it Southwest High School? Right there's the corner
I believe so. That's where we had the shooting,
Well,
unfortunately,
that's what I
about
was going to say. And
2 or 3 years
what
ago.
was so sad about that was, here is a total outsider, had absolutely nothing to do with the school, and some very young innocent lives were snuffed out. And I guess it's like anything else, when someone has a mental problem, they want to express or take it out.
We've got her back.
We got her back, thank goodness. Well, we was afraid that Jaws was back in town and ate that cable again like last time. Somebody's got to feed that doggone thing.
Hey, that's okay.
Christina, I got to ask
yes.
you, since we got you back, we're so thrilled that you're back. You have succeeded in so many areas in your life. And when you look at young, inspiring actors, they're up and coming. They have their dreams just like you had growing up. What are your thoughts toward steering them toward a film school of all places to go to college?
That's a very excellent question. I really appreciate you for asking me. I always suggest actors, please join your good acting academy, get a good mentor, because it really helps. See, someone can be gifted, with a very good voice. Even acting is a gift from the nature. But the technically, one should learn how to face the camera, what's the difference between stage acting and film acting, to how to face the camera, or work in a radio, doing voice exercises, physical exercises, what kind of energy trains we need to carry within ourselves, or for all this training, internal training, like inner engineering, one has to go through. I would say upcoming actors and actresses, all the aspiring artists, please join a good acting academy, get trained. If you want to be a lawyer, doctor, engineer, or a pilot, people go through training, right? For years and years of training, and they study. Likewise, it's same as an actor. You have to go through that process, through that training. And now, after completing your studies in any acting institute, the journey doesn't end there. The journey begins. One should also know how to be an entrepreneur. Being an actor is a proprietary business, actually. One should know how to carry themselves in the business world. I treat my acting work, when I'm acting and performing, that is, I'm performing as an artist, but how to deal, negotiate, do agreements, how to do networking, how to present myself to the world, how to be grounded and humble, and do auditions, and all the things, how to talk to people. There are multiple training process. One has to go through that too. And if an artist is very good actor, very good singer, but doesn't have any business skills or entrepreneurial skills, very wide mindset, one has to be very liberated, and then it's no point, I don't see such artists would make it very successful in the commercial realm. So one has to have skills. Now it is more competitive world. And I always say, don't be regional. If you are acting in some films, TV series, or anything in your area, it can be a small town or a city or a country, get out of it too. See beyond that. Work in your own place, but at the same time, work in other places too. Like, I'm working across the globe now, and that doesn't mean I have left my own country's projects too. I'm doing that too. So, and the first thing, a lot of actors, I see them is, I struggled a lot, for all these years. That kind of conversation one should avoid, because you are saying something to your subconscious mind, which is training you to be a struggler. One should say that it's a process. I'm training myself and learn every day. Knowledge is the biggest asset. Keep learning. And the most important is be grounded, be humble yourself. With every milestone one achieves, that is the secret to success.
Christina, over your career, I noticed from the IDMB profile, you've been blessed to work with some of the international greats, yes, both in Bollywood and here in Hollywood. At one point, I think we had talked on the phone. You mentioned there was, you had an opportunity to work. You work with Mel Gibson, I believe. Is that correct?
No, I haven't worked with him, but yes, I have collaborated right now.
Yeah, there you
the news is about to come, and it's coming up. I have collaborated with my very dear friend, the co-producer of Hacksaw Ridge, the Oscar-winning film directed by Mel Gibson. His name is Steve Longy. We are going to work together in film production and do content creation.
I think she dropped out.
Now,
okay.
And finally we have decided it's time to come together. Steve Longy and me are coming together for making projects, and let's see how it unfolds. It's a process again, but for films and collaborations, I'm doing my science fiction series is coming up. It will be for Amazon or Netflix, some good OTT platform, and I'll be playing the main lead in this science fiction series of 8 to 10 episodes. It will come and it'll proceed to second season and third season too. And then I have a science fiction film from Australia, second time again. My first project has been very successful in Australia. That is again, I am put in the main cast. That is, the name of the project is called The Enemy is Coming. So I'm looking forward to it. I have never done science fiction, but both the projects subjects are very different. One is little alien type, other one is little futuristic kind of subject.
Will there be a green screen involved?
Yeah, maybe. I am keeping, yes, definitely. And then I have David Lockhart. He's an Emmy awarded producer and a Hollywood actor. We have shot some part of it in LA, but I'll be shooting more scenes with him for the project. I'm playing a mystic witch kind of a parallel lead role with him, and Lockhart too. The Lockhart Part 1 was a film which has released across the globe in the past, and this is the second Part 2 is coming up where I am part of it. And then, yes, music albums are coming up, which is again my production own. And I'm thinking of doing Royal Paradise turning into a film in future once the book gets released. That's also serious planning going on. And yeah, a lot of projects are there in process now, and some I'll reveal in the next interview when you call me.
Sure.
These are the major projects coming up now, so I'm looking forward to, because every project is so different. You know?
You've got a wide variety of budgets that I'm looking at here.
Yeah.
You have films that you're in
Yeah.
that are 200,000, and then you have one that's 180 million. My eyes almost popped out of my head. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've not seen the money. I'm just focused on the money I get from the producer.
Sure.
And
That's all that
actresses-
affects you.
An actress is not worried about the money. How refreshing is that?
Yeah, I love money. No, money is very important.
Well, we hate it
money
over here.
And money
We
is
got
important, but
dumpsters,
at
we
the
just
same
dumped
time,
it, we
see,
burned it.
yeah, the distribution part, I'll tell you. I am a selfish person. I ask my producer, am I on the poster or not? Like, you know, how much marketing you're
Sure.
putting.
Well, you have to fight for
And it's
yourself.
very-
Yeah.
Yeah, not fighting, but exactly to put it a nice way. But I make sure this is a very important part for actors too. Just not going ahead. Every role is good, but you have to know how to position yourself in the film, and so that you don't get lost among the other actors. People should see you. You have to be there and loud.
Sure.
Everything counts. So I'm very happy how things are going in film front, and also I have wellness retreats coming up. We have collaborated with the royal families working in Dubai, and entrepreneurs too, with business magnets when it comes to real estate work. Also, I'm going ahead a little bit. I'll reveal later on because it's in process. But definitely meditation and fitness and wellness retreats more and more would come to different exotic
Sure.
locations in the world for HNI community.
Yeah. And our board operator, Mark, is telling us we picked up a couple extra minutes because your call
Mhm.
dipped out there. I wanted to ask you, Christina, acting can be a completely challenging thing physically. I mean, one example, Sylvester Stallone, I think he was shooting a Rambo film, and he had it in his contract that he had a semi-trailer with basically a gym in it, so he could go out in the morning and work out on the breaks and everything. How hard is it for you to discipline yourself to work out and stay in really good shape when you're shooting a film? Because I know I shot a film 10 years ago that was 17 straight long days of shooting. We couldn't take a day off. We were just struggling to finish the film. And I just remember I blew myself up really bad. That's figuratively, of course, but I was completely wiped out when I finished that film and slept for 2 days. I didn't go to the gym, anything. How disciplined do you have to be, and how well do you pull that off to stay in shape?
That's an interesting question, and very important one. And I'll tell you, it's part of my life. Since my childhood, I have been very blessed with good skin and good hair. That's like a genetic makeup.
We noticed that with your pictures.
You're a looker. She's a looker.
Yeah. So, and I have stayed more near the sea, in the nature. And my mom used to say, when I was a kid at the age of 6, 7, I loved the mirror, and I used to talk to the mirror and take care of my skin pack and all. She used to say, so you're so kid now, you don't have to do all this. I said, no, I have to look good always. So that was ingrained inside me since my childhood, maybe subconsciously. So, and I used to do all this long jump, high jump, marathon races, and also I was always active, nothing to do with the film industry. It's just that I knew that I'm born and blessed with good skin, hair, maybe I look good. So I have to maintain that God-gifted think, and that's how. But yes, being in the showbiz business has become challenging because this is our asset, our body, our face, and more than that, it is nothing to do also with the films or to be in front of camera. That's the reason I'm taking care of. I'm doing it for myself, for self-love, you can say. If I take care of my health, obviously I'll live a more better life, right? More happy life without any disease, and need not put a lot of money going to any hospitals.
Sure.
So that's something I hate. So even if I'm traveling in the flight too, I do exercises. I know certain yoga process by sitting, by walking small distances in the plane. Also, I do even when I do long distance travel, and I do meditation every day. I do yoga. I have learned a little bit of Qigong practices. I include that's part of martial art. I am a Latin bachata dancer, which I dance. Any social, I go 3 hours at least, twice a week or once a week, and I have my classes going on. Like I learn under a very trained teacher, so very accomplished teacher, I mean to say. So that helps me a lot. And most important is I don't rush to anything to take care of my mental health. I relaxed a lot. Whenever I get time, I sleep a lot. And I don't take any tensions. I don't take any tensions, Just give away tensions
have you ever been-
to somebody else.
Have you ever been so relaxed, Christina, on a set that you actually were able to take a nap or relax completely?
I am shameless, you can say. I sleep a lot whenever the shots are going on and there's a break, like little small break, 5-10 minutes. If there's a sofa or anywhere, I go to sleep. I sleep. I don't feel shy. I don't have any inhibitions to. I take a nap. And I love to sleep. I don't know why. I was calculating one day that the time I spend on this planet. I slept a
Christina,
lot.
we're coming up
And,
on 30 seconds left on our show, but we would like to thank you for being our guest today on Movies and More. And
Thank
we're,
you.
we're going to have you back again. And next time
Yes.
we should be able to put up our trailers and so forth. So I'm Stacey Hovis,
Looking forward
I'm John
to
Brandon.
wishing you a happy,
Christina
safe 4th of
Saikya.
July. Happy birthday, America.
Thanks, Christina. Great show.
Thank you, hon.
Good luck to you.
Same here. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And Alexander Grandal has the nerve to do that to us.
I'll tell you what, you just can't catch her break. It's one of those how she was mentored and how she was inspired by.
A film or series you're doing, it has to, people should just be a TV series or for a OTT platform, a series or a music album or anything. We need to go and see out of curiosity. You have to create an awareness. And of course, if the film is made well, a lot of distributors will come forward too. If at the end of the day, there's an art also how to pull people to your films, films or any project you do. And there, collaborate with influencers also. That plays a very important role now in this era. And I am very
You have succeeded in so many areas in your life.
To your films or any project you do. And there, collaborate with influencers also. That plays a very important role now in this era. And
You have succeeded in so many areas in your life. And when you look at young, inspiring actors up and coming, what did you go to college?
me. I think it had a very good word on how to fix or work energy, like inner actresses, all the aspiring artists, engineer. It's same, and now after begins, one should also know how to be an entrepreneur. Being an themselves, just do example, multi-artist, very good actor, very point. So be regional town. At the same time, I have left my own country's projects